Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Cagezilla 84, and a special welcome to all of our fans sitting at home right now in the comfort of their living room watching us on Cagezilla.com and the Wild Style Network. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for our next fight. Making his way to the cage and fighting out of the red corner, it's Dakota Howard.
Hello, friends, and welcome back to Cagezilla 84 as we make way for Cody Howard. This 5'9" fighter in the middleweight division is fighting out of Team Manon and is currently 2-0 undefeated.
Oh, man, he's got some crazy good energy coming in to this one out of Team Manon, Blacksburg, Virginia. And Cody, man, he came in excited to fill in here. Randy lost his opponent last minute, and Cody came in and was eager and happy to fill the spot, and really excited to see this young man undefeated, man, 2-0.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a guy with a whole lot of momentum behind him. 5'9", a little bit short actually for the middleweight division here at 185 pounds. You can see just how much density he's packing on. This is a guy looking to crash in and make a mark early.
Oh, he's barking like a pit bull, baby. Man, I love that energy coming in here. And man, he's really excited. Look at him jumping up and down, barking. Here we go. Sending it to Chris.
And his opponent, making his way to the cage and fighting out of the blue corner, it's Randy Myers.
Randy Savage Myers, come on. Who doesn't love to see this guy inside the Cagezilla cage? Coming out under expert and UFC veteran coach, Professor George Gurgel. They drive 9 hours, Chris, to come here to Cagezilla because they believe that it's the best organization around to fight for. We sure give them those lights, camera, and action that they deserve, and certainly this guy deserves it, man. He was voted top athlete, MMA athlete in the state of Ohio, and man, comes with a lot of good hype, well-deserved hype behind him.
Yeah, absolutely. This is somebody who, very much like Cody Howard, radiates energy, radiates a hunger. 2-1 out of George Gurgel, looking to continue with his positive win right here. 28 years old, you know, he's beginning to build up that experience, build up that background in multiple disciplines here. And this is the kind of physique that you would often see in someone in the middleweight division. Tall, strong, well cut and built. So this is going to be a tough one. We're going to see whether or not Cody Howard can answer to in step 2 of one of the stars in the Cagezilla.
Yeah, excited to see him. He was eager to get back in. This guy is hungry. He's looking to get back to that title. He came a little short in the last one, but really excited to see him make his mark because he's got all the talent in the world. Very focused young man. And man, he's got the eye of a tiger right now, looking across the cage towards Cody.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in the Cagezilla middleweight division. It is brought to you by our friends at Tony's New York Pizza, simply the best Italian dishes in Northern Virginia. And now, starting out, fighting out of the red corner, standing 5'9" and weighing in at 185 pounds, fighting out of Team Manon with a record of 2 wins and no defeats, it's Dakota J.Y.D. Howard. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, standing 6'1" and weighing in at 184 pounds, fighting out of George Gurgel, MMA, with a record of 2 wins and only 1 defeat, it's Randy Savage Myers. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in the Cagezilla middleweight division. It is brought to you by Tony's New York Pizza, and your referee is Gabe Balajit.
Oh, one of our heavier weight fights here on the card, and really excited to see this power-packed one. Randy Savage against J.Y.D. Howard. I'm going to go out on a limb and assume that stands for Junkyard Dog. And, yeah, let's see Howard and what he's bringing to the table here. Nice flying knees starting off the fight from Randy. Wow. Starting off fast, but looks like Cody's going to what he knows, which is the takedown.
And that was a very interesting approach to the takedown. Drop into the knees first, then finding the leg for the Ashitori. I like the hook around that we're seeing out of Randy Savage, though, trying to stabilize against that thigh. But look at what we're seeing out of Cody Howard. Unbelievable snatch of the leg, finds the takedown. And while we got to scramble up, I think that right now Randy Myers is in a world of change. He needs to figure out how to stabilize versus someone coming on in, using that shortness actually to his advantage, just so dense like a boulder. It's Howard getting the upper hand to start this one off.
Yeah, speaking of dense, man, yeah, I mean, he's got some power and some drive, pushing Randy into the cage here. And Randy got a swim across for that whizzer and then fish in with that underhook with his left arm.
Howard instead just going to go for the full takedown, gets the scoop, now is on top, looking to navigate up the torso of Randy Myers. Currently leg up and over. This is scary. Myers is actually going to give up back control here to try to get back to his feet, and this gambit could cost him, as now he's yet again in a position where, yes, he's up on his feet, but I don't know if he's going to be able to get out from this position in the time allotted.
Yeah, Randy's playing the game right now a little bit, kind of trying to figure out how he's going to get out of there. Oh, nice escape from him. Threw a nice knee up the middle. Now he can get back to regrouping. And let's see if he can put some offense together for himself. He's got to be coming forward. Wow.
Oh
How did he get that leg up there so high?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. It looks like there was some contact, and now a little bit of bleeding coming from the brow of Cody Howard, probably just during that big mosh fest that we saw earlier. That being said, now in striking game, I think that we could see Randy Myers open that up even further. This is his preferred range now, and it's going to be up to Howard to try to crash guard again.
Yeah, Howard trying to calculate how he wants to go about hitting Howard, because once he gets to the fence here, I don't know if he's got an answer here for Howard's pressure.
Yeah, this is relentless offense, though, coming out of Cody Howard. The JYD, earning that nickname, scrappy as all get out. And you can tell this is a guy who's used to fighting taller fighters. Just by virtue of being in this weight class at 5'9", he's swinging up, he's finding angles, and he's getting good leg picks. Randy Savage, though, with big elbows to the back of the head, he's trying to stabilize, but it's going to be another big dump. And this one is looking even better for Howard. Full guard currently accessed here by Randy Savage, but he's unable to get out of this position as capably as he could in the past, and I think he's going to end this round with his back to the canvas.
Wow, yeah. I mean, Howard really imposing his will in the grappling realm in this round, and Randy's got to get some offense going for himself here in the second round, but he's walking back with some good body language to his corner, and I'm sure he's going to get some expert knowledge from his coach, Professor George Gurgel.
Yeah, that's for sure. The camera currently getting a little bit of a shot there as to what Cody Howard's dealing with around that eye socket. Definitely by virtue of his facial build, he has that very prominent brow, and so that's going to get opened up pretty frequently in cases like this. But ultimately, I think that even with that very clear battle scar, he's coming out ahead in that first round, coming in like a honey badger out of hell, getting down, getting dirty. And Randy Myers, for as much as he's trying to saunter away from that first round, and he's exuding a bunch of confidence in his overall expression and demeanor, I think that belies the fact he doesn't really have an answer right now for those takedowns.
Yeah, but Randy's got great body language right now, barely breathing hard, bouncing around, and Howard's the one bleeding. So I mean, Randy's very much still in this fight. He's got to turn it around here in the second round, though. I thought round one might have gone to Howard on the judges' scorecards.
And what I will say is that Cody Howard is getting to the positions he's in because he's willing to eat a few shots on the way.
Right.
Now, that being said, that's going to start hurting in the long run. If you're already showing some amount of damage, this could be scary. Howard yet again to the knees there, looking for the takedown. Randy Myers knows the burden. A little bit of a stumble. Howard going to try to convert this, control the hips, gets the hook of the leg, and another takedown. And Randy Myers has got to be kicking himself, feeling that he's once again in this tough position where he's got a guy on top of him who will not budge.
Yeah, Howard relentless with that takedown. Almost ran over and took down Balajit as well. Official Balajit almost went down there too. Had to get out of the way quickly because with that drive forward, nothing was stopping him. And Randy's got to have an answer for that. He keeps turning his back and getting to the cage or getting to his feet. It's been successful for him so far, but there's only so many times you can keep turning your back to your opponent.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is a gamble on the side of Randy Myers that I don't think that it's actually paying off. Yeah, he is able to get those hips up off the canvas, but now he's just pinned up against the cage side wall with really no leverage. And yet again, it's Cody Howard in control. If anything, just prolonging his reign over Randy Savage. And in kind, this could be enough to just put away an entire match.
Yeah, I mean, that pressure, man, he's just like a big, heavy lead blanket laying on top of Randy right now. And Randy's like, he's not hurting me. I'm not in a terrible position, but I just can't get up.
Yeah, can't get up, can't do anything. And when you're in this kind of stalemate scenario, I don't think Cody Howard's actually expending much in the way of energy either. For as much as he was blinking away some blood, he was not breathing hard coming out of round number 1, and I think that he is trained for this. This is his specialty. This is the way that he has come to a 2-0 undefeated record all the way in the middleweight 185-pound division as a 5'9" fighter.
Right. Yeah, no, I think he could possibly get down to welterweight.
Another Ashitori!
Wow.
To the back we go! Randy Savage unable to answer the onslaught of Cody Howard.
Man, Howard with some incredible power. He's almost got like some Daniel Cormier power in his takedowns, man. Because, you know, Daniel Cormier wasn't the tallest, longest fighter. But, man, when he got in on you and he got his hips under you, he could lift you up and made guys like Alexander Gustafsson and all kinds of good fighters look like they weighed nothing. And that's exactly what Howard just did right there with that beautiful slam.
Tenacious, I think, is the term I'm going to use here for Cody Howard. Obviously in a good position now, but the way he's getting there is just like continuing to find openings. And yet again, Randy Myers gives up back control too early on the rise. And while he does get back up to his feet, he's just going to get dumped for a 3rd time this round.
Yeah, wow. Howard with quite a few good takedowns. And wow, the JYD is looking quite like the Junkyard Dog. I think I know what that means. It's the abbreviation for it, but we used to have a fighter, Jerome Villanueva, and his nickname still is the Junkyard Dog. And I think I know. And he fought just like it, you know, determined to get those takedowns. And once he got you down, he was laying heavy on top of you. And Randy really searching for an answer here. He's probably more frustrated than anything, yeah. I would assume. But man, he's looking across the cage, trying to figure out what he's going to do with this guy.
Yeah, yet again, the dogs are barking there on the red corner. Unbelievable stuff out of Cody Howard, you know. I love these fights, especially when you have two very different physiques coming into the ring. The way that both of them navigate that puzzle box, that situation right now, does look like the shorter fighter is getting the most of it. Cody Howard dyed in the wool 2-0, wondering what he was going to bring to the table today. And answer is an absolutely brutal, isolating onslaught that right now Randy Myers has not found answer to. That being said, you talked about it before, Brent. Currently, it really does look like solid conditioning on the side of Randy Myers could bring him a chance here, but he's already smothered, and already Cody Howard is on top of him.
Man, Cody with some serious grindage, man. He just knows how to get you to the wall and get you down, and he's like a cannonball.
Got the start of a possible headlock or rear naked choke coming in here.
Yeah.
Ball up on the side of Randy Myers will protect him from that, but it also shows that he has absolutely no way out of this situation.
Yeah.
Brett, what do you do from here?
Well, Randy's been doing a good job of exploding up to his feet and turning and getting an underhook, and he's going to try to do that right now, and making sure that Howard can't get his hooks in his feet inside of his legs. But here he goes. Now he's to get that underhook, but man, he got his legs taken out from under him.
And this is the thing. While Randy has to use all of his energy to rise back to his feet, Cody Howard is able to match that conditioning and uses his energy to bring him right back down. Chops the big tree, knocks him back down, has to go into full guard, and this is just total and utter control out of this representative of Team Mannon.
Yeah, steps out of the full guard there into half guard, and just systematically getting the better of the grappling exchanges.
Oh, no.
Hasn't decided to throw in his hooks yet and fully take the back. Not sure if that's just lack of experience on his part, or maybe Randy's blocking the holes so he can't get in those positions. But either way, been asserting his dominance here in the grapple.
Tries to buck off. Unfortunately, Randy Savage in a tough position. Back control yet again given up. This is a fatal error we're seeing repeated time and time again. And once more, Randy Myers is back up onto his feet, but in a position where he cannot get up to his full height and try to enable a striking game. He's going to take knees. He's going to take another dump. He's going to be thrown back over to the corner. And look at how comfortable Cody Howard is with just laying on in with that right leg.
Jeez, he just must have incredible pressure right there, because I know Randy is a super strong individual, and for him, just not to be able to get into position to separate or get to like a 50-50, at least half and half position where he's over under, that shows ultimate control here for Howard. Really great pressure and you know, dedication to his game plan here that has been nothing but successful here tonight.
Oh, now those knees are starting to come ever so close to the face. This is a scary position. Randy Myers knows he has to end it before the clappers come out. There they are. He has one more shot to try to bring this one home, or Cody Howard will have suffocated him for 3 rounds running, and there's no way out of the prison created by the red corner. What an incredible showing from Cody Howard.
Yeah, wow. Randy, you can tell Randy just like I say, frustrated. He's not hurt. He's just frustrated. He wasn't able to positionally keep the fight where he needed to, and Howard was. And so, man, Randy, he's going to have I just saw him take a big, deep breath and kind of try to center himself. And I was just getting ready to say he's going to have to learn from these experiences.
Yeah, this is something that you see a lot in a ton of different combat sports here, Brent. You know, my realm is sumo. In sumo, you have guys, all they do is they go for the nanawa, the neck attack constantly. That's it. Sometimes you have the guys just going for leg picks constantly. You have people who dodge out of the way at the start of the round. You got to be able to answer all those if you want to be a complete fighter in any of these sports. And I think right here, right now, Randy Myers has been confronted with a huge learning opportunity.
Yeah, he's going to do nothing but grow from this, especially under Professor George Gurgel. You know, and George has been around the game so long. He knows exactly what to tell him, whether he wins, whether he loses. Don't let him get too high when he wins. Don't let him get too down when he loses, and take it as the learning experience that it is, because he didn't get beat up, but he got out positioned, and we'll see how the judges score it. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna be 3-0 Howard.
Yeah, and you can see how happy Cody Howard was with his performance. Came in with a game plan. You love when it's enacted.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges have scored this bout 30-27 in favor of your winner by unanimous decision. Out of the red corner, it's Cody Howard.
Congratulations to Cody Howard, coming away with a unanimous decision victory, moving up to 3-0. Certainly one of the top contenders here in the middleweight division.
Yeah, excited to have him back. I'm gonna have to put him up against another grappler, because I want to see a grappling battle with him. I don't know who's gonna be able to take that pressure and that dominance.
Like and subscribe to Cagezilla.